Ancient China, 859. The country fell into severe decline. Discontent grew among the people. People began to join a secret society called the House of Flying Daggers. Taking from the rich and distributing to the poor, society won the sympathy of ordinary people, but at the same time they were feared and hated by sworn enemies, soldiers, officials, and governors of the emperor. As soon as the soldiers of the local police department get sent to patrol the streets of the city, Captains Jing and Liu discuss the situation with the rebels. Not so long ago, they eliminated the leader of the House of Flying Daggers gang, but now they have an even more difficult task ahead of them. It took several months to find the former leader of the society, but now they must find a new leader, and they have only 10 days to do so. Captain Liu assigns a co-worker to visit a new entertainment house called the Peony Garden. According to information, one of the dancers may be involved in a secret community. Jing is the only one who wasn't there, so he must find the late leader's daughter and arrest her. Having visited the Peony Garden for the first time, Captain Jing has fun with a crowd of young beauties competing in tug-of-war. He easily defeats the girls and calls the hostess of the establishment to come up with a new entertainment for him. The man knows that a new dancer has appeared in the institution and generously pays to see how she moves. The hostess has no right to refuse a generous client, but warns that the girl is blind. A couple of minutes later, Jing meets Xiang Mei and admires the beauty of the dancer. Upon learning that she has not seen anything since birth, the undercover captain decides to check the words of the girl and calls her to him. He kicks her off and threatens her with his sword to make sure she is blind. After cutting off and tearing off the girl's outer clothing, Jing orders her to dance for him. Soon, musicians come to the hall, and the beauty not only dances but also sings, constantly repeating the same text. There is such a beauty in the north that there is no more beautiful in the world. One look of her and cities are dying, another look, and the whole country in confusion. Once Xiang Mei ends the dance, drunk Jing pounces on her and, knocking the girl to the floor, begins to undress her. Soldiers under the command of Captain Liu arrive at the Peony Garden and arrest both of them, as the man is not on his feet and the girl is inappropriately dressed. The owner of the establishment asks him not to arrest the dancer, and Liu agrees to let Xiang Mei go, on the condition that she performs a special impersonation dance for him. A few minutes later, the disguised girl is getting ready to dance. Liu throws beans at one of the drums surrounding Xiang Mei, and the dancer should be focusing on the sound, hit the same drum using their long sleeves. The girl imitates the sounds exactly, regardless of their complexity, and makes Liu angry. At some point he spills a whole bowl, but this is not a problem for the girl either. She imitates every stroke of the bean and dances brilliantly. At some point, she grabs the captain's sword with her sleeve and attacks him. The shocked audience flees, causing Xiang Mei and Liu are left alone. A man is amused by a sword duel with a blind girl, and he uses sound traps to outnumber his opponent. At some point, Liu lures the beauty into a room with loud curtains, and hiding his sword, attacks her with his bare hands. With difficulty, but the captain defeats the dancer, and almost drowning her in a pool of water, arrests Xiang Mei. During the search, the soldiers found special throwing knives used by a secret society. This proves the girl's involvement in the House of Flying Daggers, so Liu does not stand on ceremony with the arrested dancer. He warns that he will use torture and she has a day to confess everything. At night, an unknown person attacks the police station, and having easily dealt with the soldiers, frees Xiang Mei. A little later, and takes the girl deep into the forest. Here, an unknown warrior reveals his true face. He turned out to be Jing, who calls himself the Wind. Trying to inspire confidence in the girl, he says that he also hates the emperor and the rich, just like she does. In addition, he returns the special daggers used by the secret organization to her. So Xiang Mei finally trusts. Jing allows her to touch his face. She decides to take up something else and kneels before him. Touching the feet and hands of a man, Xiang Mei realizes that he is a strong warrior, after which she touches his face and says that Jing is young and handsome. At the most romantic moment, the girl hears that soldiers are approaching them and notices that she has lost her knives. Jing hurries back to find the missing weapon. Meanwhile, 4 soldiers attack Mei and try to surround her. The dancer knocks them off their horses, but at some point she realizes that she won't be able to escape. Jing finds the knives and sees that the girl is in danger. After firing his bow 4 times, he deals with the soldiers and frees Mei, giving her life. As soon as the couple leaves, it turns out that the soldiers are alive and only pretended to be corpses. They are familiar with the captain and act on behalf of Liu, misleading the girl so that she betrays the members of a secret organization. The couple find a safe place and Jing asks the girl to swim and wear men's clothes. He promises not to peep and knocks on the sword, leaving deep into the forest. Wanting to spy on the naked beauty, the man ties the sword to a tree so that it beats against him thanks to the wind and returns to the reservoir. Xiang Mei, although blind, knows that the man was nearby, but allows her to look at her, as she is grateful for the gift of life and freedom. In another romantic moment, Jing greedily pounces on the girl and kisses her, but she rejects him, as she is not ready for anything more. Evening when Mei sleeps, Jing goes to the forest and meets with Captain Liu in order to receive further instructions. In the morning, the couple finds themselves in a field where a man gives a girl a bouquet of beautiful flowers. Here they get attacked by a new group of soldiers. Jing tries not to fight them and reveals that he is an undercover captain, but the soldiers don't believe him because they don't know him. After being wounded, Jing realizes that he must fight with opponents on equal terms and takes their lives. Mei uses throwing knives and eliminates 2 more soldiers. The next 4 opponents attack the girl, but she is saved by Jing, who eliminated the group with a bow and arrows. After repulsing the attack of the first squad, the couple tries to escape, but they get surrounded by an even larger group of soldiers. The moment Mei and Jing were exhausted, an unknown person fired a dozen wooden spikes, taking the lives of most of the soldiers. The couple dealt with the rest and realized that they were being helped by an unknown person. A little later, the girl realizes that she is ready for something more and kisses Jing. This time he doesn't want to continue and pushes Xiang away. In the evening, the man hurries to the forest to meet Captain Liu again. As it turned out, it was he who helped eliminate the second detachment and warns that there are still many opponents ahead. Jing does not like to take the lives of his soldiers, but he has no choice, because they act on the orders of the general and do not know him by sight. Liu offers to take the arrows, but Jing refuses, throwing them on the ground. After meeting Liu, Jing returns to the village where Xiang is staying for the night. She is trying to understand if the man feels something for her and if he is ready to change. Jing, who calls himself Wind, says that he flies wherever he wants and cannot be stopped. Offended by this, the girl quarrels with Jin and runs away. In the morning, she says that she wants to be alone and, becoming the wind, gain freedom. Jing accepts her decision and leaves, but soon realizes that he is in love and cannot leave Mei. Meanwhile, the girl is getting a rest in a bamboo forest and is unaware that she got surrounded by soldiers lurking in the trees. Focusing only on the sound, Mei fights off opponents, but there are too many of them. At the most difficult moment, Jing, who returned in time, saves her. At some point, Jing sees a spear flying at the girl and saves her. Continuing their escape, the couple find themselves trapped. The soldiers use sharpened bamboo spears and capture them when they arrive on the ground. It seems that this is the end, and the couple, confessing their feelings to each other, are preparing for the worst. But at that moment, the warriors of the House of Flying Daggers appear. In just a couple of seconds, they eliminate the general's squad and free the captives. Jing gets to know that the new head of the rebels is the mistress of the Peony Garden. A woman invites him to drink tea and become a husband for Mei. Once Jing agrees, the brothel owner says she has a special present for him. It turned out that the leader of the secret organization exposed him and captured Liu. She also captivates Jing, who soon sees the girl pouring tea and realizes that she sees everything perfectly. Moreover, Xiang Mei is not the daughter of the former leader, but only successfully pretended to be her in order to manipulate the captains. A little later, the mistress takes Liu away in order to take her life. Left alone with the captain, the woman frees him. As it turned out, Liu is a member of the clan and was infiltrated into the police by the leader of the gang 3 years ago. All recent events have been a carefully planned game in order to trap and eliminate the elite general's squads. Liu is not happy with what the new head chose to seduce his colleague Mei since he loves the girl. Hoping to meet her, the man asks the hostess of the peony garden to invite her on a date with him. Meeting, Sen Mei and Liu play impersonation again, but this time the man throws knives at the bamboo with his eyes closed, at which the girl threw stones. After that, the couple lie down on the grass and begin to kiss, but Xiang Mei realizes that she no longer loves Liu and rejects him. He gets angry, realizing that the girl is in love with Jing and is trying to take her by force, ripping off her clothes. To help her arrives the head of a secret organization, throwing a dagger at Liu's back. She orders him to continue spying and not to draw the dagger so that it will be hard evidence of his escape. Xiang Mei, the head of the clan, orders to take Jing away into the forest and take his life. The girl obediently takes the prisoner from the camp and leads through the mountains so that no one can track down their secret organization. Mei is ready to complete the task, but at the last moment hesitates to do so and frees Jing. The couple realizes that their feelings are mutual and makes love, enjoying each other's kisses and bodies. A little later, Jing offers to run away with him, but the girl refuses, as she owes a lot to the clan members and cannot betray them. Mei says that they can no longer see each other, because the next time they meet, one of them will inevitably lose their lives. Before leaving, Jing offers one last time to go with him and wander the world like the wind, but the girl refuses. After Jing leaves, Mei thinks for a long time and decides to catch up with him. Soon a dagger flies out of the thicket and the girl, noticing it, throws the sword. It turned out that there were 2 knives, and the second wounded her very badly, knocking her off the horse. At the same time, Liu comes out of the forest. He is furious because of the betrayal and decided that it is better to take the girl's life than to see how she goes to another. She knew about the consequences, but she decided to become free because she loves only one person, Jing. Meanwhile, Jing, who has left, realizes that he cannot imagine his life without a girl and gets back. In the field, he finds an injured Mei, and she asks him to turn around. At that moment, Jing gets attacked by Liu, and he realizes that the captain is a member of an underground movement. They both loved Mei and are ready to give all their strength to take each other's lives. Opponents do not want to give in to each other and do not notice how winter is coming on the street. Meanwhile, the general's soldiers track down the House of Flying Daggers and head towards them to eliminate the rebels. During the epic fight, Liu and Jing inflict countless wounds on each other, irrigating the snow with red. Liu is not going to give up and removes the resistance leader's dagger from his shoulder. Severely injured Xiang Mei gets up from the snow and asks Liu to let Jing go, otherwise she will take his life with the dagger she has in her heart. Jing asks her not to, as her days will be numbered, and throws down her sword to sacrifice herself. Liu faints, leaving the dagger in his hand, but Xiang Mei draws the blade from her heart and throws it to intercept, but it only beats back a drop of blood from Liu's dagger. Smiling for the last time, having lost too much blood, Xiang Mei falls. Jing kisses her beloved for the last time, after which she falls into eternal sleep. Liu realizes what mistake he made and leaves, hating himself. Jing, holding the girl's lifeless body tightly, sings to her the same song with which their story began. Guys, we truly hope you enjoyed watching. We would be grateful if you liked and subscribed. See you soon.